Welcome to all of you dear Romanian enthusiasts here on the Romanian Academy. We cover today preposition and genitive, so genitive prepositions. If this is a topic that really bugs you and you feel like this video here, which is only the first step in the Romanian Academy learning journey for prepositions in genitive, is not enough for you, then you can access on Patreon the free PDF we have for free members. All you have to do is click a button and then download it. After that, there's much more available for all of you on Patreon. If you are a Prietenaș member, you can get access to the extra material, the exercises as well, the extra exercises for this topic. And the Învățăcel members also get access to a class, a special class where we clear everything out. So there's a lot more than just this video, but before you go and check that out, let's have a look at this specific example here. So zburăm deasupra București and zburăm deasupra Bucureștiului. The reason this is wrong and this is right, you might just see it obviously on the screen, this ending on București. So if anybody doesn't know what that is, this is the genitive dative article that is added, definite article specifically, that is added at the end of the word București. You cannot say zburăm deasupra București because in Romanian there's kind of an off that is implied with deasupra. If this is already too tricky, don't worry, we have it all covered in this video. But what you have to know is that this lui or ului or ei or lor, depending on the gender and number, should be added to whatever word you have after deasupra. So let's get into that. And just quickly before we do that, if you haven't checked it already, we have an accusative prepositions masterclass, and you can get access not to this side, to that side of the screen, and it's here on YouTube. Now we covered the genitives, and then there's only the dative prepositions that are left. So make sure you check that out now or after the video. So now, if we look back at the example from earlier, zburăm deasupra Bucureștiului, we did say we need to talk a little bit about that. Just quickly, before we do that, deasupra comes from an adverb. This is quite important. So in genitive, most prepositions come from adverbs. If you don't know what adverbs are or you want to know more about them, there's also another YouTube video that you should check it out. It's on the other side of the screen, so make sure you do that if you want to know more about Romanian adverbs. But deasupra is an adverb itself. So why is that relevant in this situation? Let's take, for example, a moment when, or a sentence where deasupra is an adverb. So I don't know, like, este deasupra? Is it above? Yeah. If this sentence doesn't make sense for you, zburăm is we fly, so we fly above Bucharest. And este deasupra is it above? So the difference here is that deasupra doesn't have anything after it, while here it does have this Bucharest. This is basically what makes this a preposition and this an adverb. Here you're describing just a place, and here you're describing a place but reported to this. You'll see in a second why that's important, because that is really the key here with genitive prepositions. So genitive prepositions usage, very, very important. We talked earlier about this fact that most of them come from adverbs. So we take an adverb, we make it a noun, taking the nominative, accusative, definite articles, so like ul or a. Well, for genitive prepositions, it's only singular forms. You'll not really see plural forms. But if you don't know what this nominative accusative article specifically is, please check it out. We have a video about that on the other side of the screen. And this is, say, the preposition. And after the prepositions, we agreed we need something else, because otherwise it will be an adverb. So that something else is either a noun, a pronoun, or an adjective. All they have to be in genitive. If you don't know what a noun or a pronoun or an adjective is, please check out the respective seasons. The reason I'm saying this, many of you don't know, like I'm just saying, oh, please look at this video. No, it's actually more important than this, because many of you don't know what the pronoun is specifically in Romanian. a pronoun is not just I and you and him or her. In Romanian, there are tons of pronouns that when you get to advanced, advanced is the wrong word here, but upper A1, upper A2, lower B1, there's a transition when you will have to know that things like anybody or no one, they are considered in Romanian pronouns. So check that video out in the pronouns season. And also the other types of nouns and adjectives there are, because you might get a lot from there, a lot of vocabulary from there, and you will not be confused to whether why is fiecăruia, why is fiecăruia and not fiecare? Well, because it changes depending on the genitive or dative. So adverb is made a preposition. Some examples are here: deasupra, împrejurul, contra. So above, around, and against. And then what you can have after them, things like orașului, lui, sa, noastră, Andrei, and so on. So this is really cool and really useful to know, and you get all of these in the free PDF that you get on Patreon. We don't talk about all of them in detail, but if you want a list, literally list of all the prepositions that are in genitive, head to the free PDF on Patreon right now and you get access to that. After you do that, come back here, and I want to let you know something that's quite important. The prepositions are not just simple prepositions. They can also be phrases. And this is something that we do cover in a very cool video, actually, on here on YouTube. You can find it again on the other side of the screen. So locuțiuni prepoziționale, or prepositional phrases in genitive. It covers things like, so not only deasupra, a one-word thing, those phrases are made by more than one word. So for instance, în fața, în spatele, and stuff like that. So that's something we'll not cover today, but you can see it in the other video. So next thing is to actually help you hopefully understand the trick behind this, because to explain why we need the genitive. The genitive describes a relationship. I hope you knew that. If not, we have a video about cases that covers just that. And the link to that video is again on the other side of the screen. The adverb in its noun form shows a relationship. So here when we talked about deasupra, împrejurul, contra, so it shows a relationship between, here you see the action and how or where it is made or it takes place. So when you say zburăm deasupra orașului, there is a relationship between the fact of flying and above the town. So it's basically, you think where you are in relationship to the town. You're here, the town is here, you are above it. But you need to take this guy into consideration, because otherwise this doesn't make sense in Romanian. This is how we think, basically. It's above the town. The reason I say here don't be lazy is because, well, many people avoid using the genitive here. So please don't forget you need genitive after deasupra or after any other preposition that you will find in the free PDF. So finally, here, quite important, there are some verbs that demand a genitive preposition and would not make sense otherwise. This is a bit more advanced, and there are some verbs that just simply cannot, like in English as well, you have phrasal verbs. Something similar to that happens here with genitive, and you need to use that preposition afterwards, otherwise it just doesn't make sense. Think about this as an example in English. So these new rules had an effect on the community. This in Romanian would need a genitive preposition, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. We'll talk about that in depth, since it's a bit more advanced, in the pretenaș tier in the exercises sheet that you get access as a pretenaș member. You get a list of those verbs and practice them. And if that was not enough, and hopefully I did get you a bit excited, so here you get access to this practice. We have to add to each of these sentences the correct genitive preposition and the correct form of the words in brackets. So you see here you have birou, casă, ea, el. So you have to use the correct forms. You get answers to them in the free PDF on Patreon. So all of these will be answered to you there. You get the answers key. And also, if that's not enough, you can just go to Pretenaș tier and you'll get many more exercises over there with the verbs that need prepositions with all the other genitive prepositions there are, not just with those three. Now, finally, if all of this wasn't enough, as I said at the intro, please check out the Învățăcel tier. On the 27th of November, we get a grammar class on Discord where we will get in depth into the genitive prepositions. And actually, not just that. There's a little surprise waiting for you there. So it's not just going to be the genitive grammar class, genitive preposition grammar class. And I'm really excited because this is going to be new. It's going to be a new format. And I'm really looking forward to see you guys there on the 27th of November on Discord, access through Patreon. And it's going to be genitive prepositions and something. Now, hopefully this made sense. And hopefully these exercises will get you started. Don't forget about the free material. Don't forget about all the other videos that hopefully will clarify this. Now stuff in the Romanian Academy is coming a bit more together. You get, for instance, here, you can connect terms like cases and nouns and adverbs and adjectives and pronouns, phrases. There's quite a lot of stuff coming together. I'm really excited about this part in the lifetime of the Romanian Academy. Hopefully you are as well. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you are new to this, subscribe. I'm here to help you. I'm on Patreon to help you as well, on Discord. And Discord, by the way, is free if you are a free member on Patreon. And if you need anything else, or if you have anything that's not clear, if you expect any more clarification about the stuff that we talked here, please let me know in the comments. And until the next time, la revedere!